Dodgers are playing like you know what, and it's not pretty. Um, we do have Walker Buehler on the mound. Bobby Miller starts his rehab. It's time to get rolling. Let's see these Dodgers end this just period of playing like trash, poop, whatever you want to call it. I'm tired of it. Puts me in a bad mood, and it really did. I'll tell you the story when we get at it. All right, this is Tim Rogers, Dodgers 2080. Let's get started. Oh, there I am. Somewhere I am. There I am. All right. So just I got to tell you a little story. All right. So yesterday, off Friday, which means I'm not supposed to be at work. I had to go in for some stuff. So I go in for a bit. And, Dodger games start. I get a text from Doug McCain, something about the stadium. I'm like, wait, are you in Cincinnati? I was, because I was working and all that stuff. I've been in the lab. I didn't know what was going on. So I go trying the game. Oh, they're up 4-3, then it's 5-3, kind of, following along. And then at work, something really bad happened. Some work from like 10 plus years ago haunted a fellow Dodger fan in San Diego. So, of course, I got to help my man, right? So we're working on it, and we're just grinding. And then that inning happened. One of the ugliest innings you have ever seen. Walk, hit, batsman, walk, hit, batsman, grand slam, or whatever. I think that was the order. It put me in a mood. It really pissed me off. I was supposed to take my hot rod, my 2013 Ford Mustang Boss 302, Laguna Seca edition. I was going to take it down to cruise night, down to Escondido, Cruising Grand, which is an awesome time. I just told my wife, I was like, no, because I didn't get home till like 7:15. I was supposed to get home a lot earlier than that. It just put me in a mood. And plus, I was hungry. It makes it even worse. Little fat burger cured some of that. But come on, man. Really? That stuff? I'm trying to fix the camera a little bit. I don't like the angle here. I'm trying to, what do I need to do to look pretty? Well, we know what I need to look pretty, but get a new face. But that put me in the mood. It really did. So I finally got over it, I don't know, a couple hours ago. Hey, shout out to my mother-in-law, 88th birthday today. We went and celebrated a little bit with her. She's doing well. We were able to connect her with one of my sons who was in Austin. My other one in Florida was busy working. Yeah. Oh, Sal, you got to bring it, man. I am shipping my Mustang eventually out to Texas, though, to my older son. He's part owner, but, it's getting to the point where I just, eventually I got to take it down the drag strip a couple more times, at least this 8th mile. But then when it's in Texas, I can take it down a quarter mile. So that's part of what's going on. Let me share this thing out because the love for the show is down. I know because I'm so inconsistent. I totally get it. I have no problem with people going, well, Tim, why don't you just do the show more often? Why don't you be consistent? I would love to. Life just doesn't allow that. But we do what we can with these things. Fortunately, there's many, many good shows out there. I mean, y'all know it, right? We got Doom Sal here. He's with Dodger Beat Bleed Los. We got, of course, the great D-Mac with Dodgers Nation. We got All Dodgers with my man Clint Pasillas. We got Locked On with Jeff and Vince. And, of course, we got Dodgers Daily. I was just texting with Casey today. Talking smack. No, we're talking cool, man. Talking with Dodgers Daily, Casey Porter. We got The Incline with my man Kevin Klein and Jake Rayner. And also David Rosenthal. I don't think I've met David yet, though. I've only met Jake online. And of course, the other Bleed Los guy. Bleed Los, they also have the Shangri-La with Juan and Amy. So all sorts of good. And I know I'm missing some. I'm sorry. All sorts of great content with Dodgers Digest, of course. And, of course, Dodger Blue. And Dodger Blue show. Sorry, folks. there's so much good content, so I don't feel bad about that. But I do like to get on here because I really like this group we have, and sometimes I just like to let it loose, and so kind of let little more ranty today maybe than normal. After these last few games have been terrible, so yeah, no, okay, so let's put out a tweet yesterday right in the middle of the mess. Dave Roberts needs to throw strikes. Now, hey, you know what? Okay, Doc put in that Ramirez dude. He was not very good. He was really bad. And the fact that if he's still on the roster when we get off this show, we got a problem. And I think there's a few. Hey, Dodger Blue 82, what's up? Oh, I saw Craig. Hey, Craig, thanks for coming out again. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Craig. Mix it up a little bit. Mix it up. I talking with, and I've seen Howard Cole, and talked to Doug about this, and this churn of 26 man 13th pitcher type thing. I'm just thinking it's not good. Because now they kind of put themselves in a situation where, do you have to hold on to this dude now? I mean, where's that? I need that meme of that. I gotta get that. I'll get that, dude. Yeah, I need that meme for sure. And I know we know that the management isn't just Doc, right? We all know that, right? Now some of it is Doc, but these stupid rules where you gotta go three things. Hey everyone, take a look at Doom Sal. Okay, he's got a link in there about the latest on Chris Newell. Chris has been weird, man. Been hitting a lot of home runs, but his average is still really low. Hopefully that'll change. But yeah. But Doc, once you put that guy in, you're stuck with him. And then Vesey comes in, hits the next guy, and gives up the dong. It was brutal. A little bit of it's on management for even having the guy on the roster and even putting him into the game. I don't get it. There's better guys. I'm gonna go. Let's go to my man, Josh Thomas. Still gotta meet Josh in person, man. I like Josh. He's such a good dude, at least online. So I'm assuming he's a good dude. Seems like a real good guy. He wrote. I thought this was great. And I want to make sure you guys can see it. I think you can. Yeah, okay. So Josh had a really good little tweet here. Completely and totally unrelated to tonight's debacle, Landon Knack tossed 5 innings pitch of 1-run ball for OKC tonight with no walks or hit batters. And then you think Johan walked in the clubhouse to find his locker cleared out for him? You know what? There's just no reason to have him on the roster. Now maybe he comes out in a couple days and throws awesome stuff. Doom Sal taking care of business for me. Thank you. And now we take care of him. So we do this. Please repost my guy Mike, okay? It's important. You know what? We just keep supporting each other. I look forward to reading it. Yeah, so that was a disaster. And yeah, all he had to do was get one out. I know. Paxton does his thing, and it isn't always pretty. But he's been really, given the money, he's been pretty good. This podcast is not sponsored by my poverty Diet Dr. Pepper or Dr. Pepper Zero. This is Shasta, so it's the poverty one. It's actually pretty good. That's why I have it. So, yeah, all he had to do was get one out. And we had, plenty of son of a gun. He threw one strike. And he kept missing. A lot of those pitches kept missing and seemed like the same spot. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Let's take a look at what's going on with our prospects. What do we got? What first? First and foremost, we have to look to see if there's any new transactions. Okay, there's some. All right, we'll get to the. Okay, first. Bobby Miller Day tomorrow at Rancho. I will be there. Who else is going to be there? Let's get there. Come on. Let's get there. I will be covering that one for sure. I'm not quite sure what time I'll get there, but I will be there. All right, let's take some notes. We'll just go backwards here. Oh, good. Jose Barra. Josh, Jose. It's our, yeah. If you're a regular listener of the show from back, last year, on rehab. Okay, good for him. Damon Keith to rehab. Ryan Ward sent to rehab. So, hey, and then Wyatt Crowell on a rehab assignment. I didn't get to see Wyatt pitch yet, but that's pretty good group of rehabs there. Gonzalez from Cathedral Catholic local here got released, probably asked for it. Braden Fisher was activated. Drew Pomeranz was released. Giants picked him up, of course. They like our release guys. I'm not going to say trash because I don't think anyone's trash. I don't like calling people trash, but I like calling their performance trash sometimes. But people, they're just people. And Yon Castro, Moses Brito. Okay, let's see. Christian is back to Tulsa. This is just weird what's going on with him. And then we'll take a look at what happened with he had a good one. That I do know. He had a good start. Let's look at the game logs. Make sure it's all coming up. Yeah, okay, good. Game logs. Hyunil Choi. One game, here we go. 5.1 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earns, 1 walk, 8 Ks. That is good. Then on the 22nd, right, here we go. 7 innings, 4 hits, no walks, 3 Ks. So that's really good. Really good for him, man. It's been a long road for that man. For sure. All right, let's go to cover a few things. Let's take a look at what's going on. Yeah. Well, we can cover the lineup. Let's cover the Dodgers lineup. We'll just go to. Then there's a few other lines. Actually, I'm going to go to my 2080 account because I've got some easier links in there. Oops, wrong one. Not that one. That's where I do bad things. Huh? Oh, come on. Look at all these different accounts I got, folks. Yeah, I'm weird. There it is. All right. Don't show your password, Rogers. That would be dumb. All right, some notifications here. Oh, we did have it. We do have a new guy on our staff. His name is Nicholas Ariza. And it's kind of weird because he actually does work for the Quakes. Yeah, did you hear that? But he was given permission by Mike Linskog himself. So Nick is a young dude that wrote a really cool article about Jose Rodriguez. I always want to call him Julio. He's not Julio. But Jose's throwing tomorrow after Bobby. So he's worth watching. He's got some good stuff. Really got some good information about his velocity and everything like that on the young man. So let's get to the notifications. We had a lineup for the Quakes. Kendall George, Gerald Perez, Josue DePaula, Jordan Thompson, Sean McClain, Samuel Munoz, Juan Alonso, Carlos Rojas, Wilman Diaz, and Patrick Copen. Get out there if you can. Go to Rancho. That'll be a good game. At Dodgers. Come on. Wow. It doesn't. How dumb is that? Come on, Elon. Fix that one. Okay, today's lineup: Dookie Butts, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Teoscar in left. Nice last couple days, Teoscar. Gavin Lux, Jason Hayward, Kike Hernandez third. Chris Taylor, the resurging Chris Taylor in center. And Walker Buehler on the bump. Andy Pages missing. Maybe for good reason. I don't know. He just he hasn't been playing well. But he did have he had a couple knocks or at least one knock yesterday. Let's see. What do we got? Let's take a look at what our teams are doing. Let's go to the ACL Dodgers. And they play the Royals. Oh, it's over? Oh, it's over. Okay, let's go. Let's go. And they lost. We're off to a bad start. It's over. Can't have a perfect day. Elkins, I'm looking forward to seeing Elkins play with the Dodgers. Ryan Ward, Damon Keith, that's a good lineup there. You got Martinez, then you got Izada. Yeah, Valladares is down there. I want Jefferson to get back. The Brito, Moises Brito, his Herder guy. Okay, good stuff there. Let's see what else. Whew. Sorry, we already saw the Quakes lineup. Let's see if we can get our Loons in here. And who do we got? You got Rosario. I didn't see their lineup. Let me just see if I can get their lineup. Let's just go to lineups. At Loons. Great Lakes. Come on, guys. You gotta do better than that. How about at Drillers? Man, these guys don't want to put their lineups out. Amazing. Try RKC. Oh, man, you got to do better than that. You got to be like the Quakes. You got to be like the Quakes. All right, let's just go back to, let's chat. See if we got some more folks out. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Robleski, I didn't even see it. I haven't had a time. Oh, Craig, so well said. Well said. JP Fireisen, doing well. Roy's in the house. Roy Estrada's in the house. Yeah, JP Fireisen. Why did you send him down? He just came off, I think, a win and a save or something like that, or two really good appearances. Had been looking good, and they sent him down. Some of that's just silly. Just absolutely silly. That's just so. As an engineer, I work with really smart people. Right? I really do. I work with a lot of smart people. And I am not near the smartest dude or the dudette. Kind of near the bottom in IQ. But some of these people, they're so smart. They overthink and they overdo it and they make huge mistakes. Like the mistake that was made that cost me a bunch of hours yesterday was made by a person way smarter than me. Way smarter. But, you know, and this is Friedman and Gomes being too cute. It's cost them games putting some of these guys out there. Now, I don't mind Banda. He looks pretty good. But what I'd rather see from these guys, I don't want to see them on a major league roster. I don't care. If they're not willing to sign a minor league contract, screw them. They're not. The Dodgers are a privilege. If you are a scrub pitcher and you want to get better, sign with the Dodgers. And then the Dodgers, instead of being so cutesy, say, you're not getting a major league contract. If you want to come and get better, you sign a minor league contract. And then we'll pull you up when you're ready. But this is garbage. It's all this DFAs that have to happen and all that type of stuff. It's a lot of unnecessary churn. I think it puts a lot of put it this way, I'm JP FireEyes and I'm Landon Knack. I am very, 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 very pissed off. They are being treated unfairly, in my opinion. Let's see. Roy says, get us pitching and more bats. Our pitching needs to be able to keep Phillies, Yankees, lineups in check. Oh, boy. Yeah, those two better teams, I would think, at the moment right now. Our 2 starters are only 75%. Yeah, our top two, 75% developable. All is 50, meaning you never know what you get. Yeah, and you know what? At the same time, I don't think Ranger Suarez is going to keep being that good. I think the Yankees rotation is still and they're whining about money. The Yankees are whining about money. I think that's hilarious. Yet nothing smarter than common sense. Exactly. And this is stuff that it's just, these are self-inflicted wounds. That's all it is. Don't do that stuff. Be smart. There's absolutely no reason to go out and keep bringing these guys on to the major league roster. Bring them onto the minor league roster where they belong. That would be great. I like those ideas. But it's just getting silly now. I'm just kind of tired of it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys, I haven't had a chance to read that Dodgers Nation article about when Max Muncy's coming back. I'm going to pull it up real quick. Let's give a little love to my former team there, my guys. Please go take a look at that. I don't know. Who is this? I don't even know who Marinangus is. That's interesting. Dodgers will proceed cautiously. So, yeah, they were talking about next week. Still feeling the oblique strain will proceed cautiously. Not putting a date. Okay, no date. Oh, well, we need Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Definitely need Muncy. Let's talk about where we were at the beginning of the season to where we are now in terms of the lineup. And where the expectations are were and where they've been. So catcher, Will Smith. Freddie, not quite where he's at. Not where we need him. He's had flashes though. But he's 34 and he needs days off. Dave Roberts, Andrew Friedman, Brandon Gomes, put him on the bench. Put him every other Sunday. He sits. Every other Thursday, Mookie sits. Sit them down. They only need to be missing those guys, together. Never. You make sure that there's always one of them in the lineup. These guys need to skip. They need to rest. And yeah. Okay, back to the topic. Gavin Lux, disappointment. Mookie Betts, do what he do. Max Muncy's been good. Now he's hurt, so that Kike is not as productive, but does provide some nice defense out there. But of course, Max Muncy's defense has exceeded all expectations, and great job, Mookie. Teoscar, been exactly what we hoped for. James Outman, big disappointment. Jason Hayward, and he was going to platoon with it's basically with a Taylor or a Kike. Disappointment with him going down. Andy Pie has been good, and now he's bad, and I think he'll be good again. Chris Taylor's been awful. We see signs. Barnes is Barnes, about the same as we all expected. Kike's been, I think the bat's been a disappointment. I expect more out of him. So, all in all, some of the guys that we expected, where we could have had a good 1 through 9, have been a problem. So, the hope is that Jason Hayward would come in and be dependable again. And right now, he's swinging too much. Trying to make up for lost time, I think, as Joseph was saying. Yeah, man. Disappointment. So, shake it up. And I give a lot of, Howard Howard Cole credit. And I know a lot of people don't like him. I do. Big fan. But Tommy Pham should have been a Dodger. Make him a Dodger. Just do it. When it's time. Maybe not now. We still got time. I mean, they're still up. They are still Padres they got boat raced by the Yankees yesterday. Darvish got lit. Man, when they're healthy, that is a super powerful team. But yeah, still ahead by 6.5 games. It might change eventually. But yeah, so disappointments in there. Make some moves. Do it. Then again, doesn't have to be now, but give them maybe a little bit more time. But when, we were told, wasn't it? Didn't we hear that Gavin Lux gets 150 at bats? So where are they at? Where is Gavin Lux with his at bats? And let's take a look. Oh, here we go. Back over here. Here's Gavin. I want him to. So all these guys, I want him to do well. 136 at bats, batting .213, 262 on base, 559 OPS. Let's game logs. Let's see what kind of. All right, so. I mean, he's come from 190 up to 213, so he's hit 254 in May with a 290 on base and a slug of 407. And I got, is the bat coming off the bat hard? I don't know. Why don't we find out? Baseball savant. Gavin Lux. Here we go. Well. Okay, batting run value, 36th percentile. Base running run value, 95. Oh, very good. Fielding run value, 65. So the defense has been good. The base running, I thought it was a little. His sprint speed though is still very low. Look at that. So he's one of the slower guys on the team, regretfully. Batting, this is bad. This is really bad. 9, 30, 11, 18. Bat speed not qualified. 70.5. I don't know what a good one is. Barrel percent 15. Hard hit percent 29. Sweet spot 11. Chase 96. So he's not chasing. Whiff rate not too bad. Ks, he's around average. Walks, he's low. Fielding, the range is good. Arm strength is 7. I don't know. Second base, I don't know what to say about that. I think we got a problem here, folks. I think we got a problem. What do y'all think? Let me see if I can get the chat on this doc here. Where is it? There it is. Let's see. I can get over here. Because it's not like there's one guy struggling. It's still 4, 3. It's just too much. The struggle, as they say, the struggle is real. Dang. And it's a bummer. It is a real bummer, and it's really tough to sit there and go, well, how do we justify certain players in the lineup? Can't. The Dodgers can make the moves that they need to make. In my opinion, for these next 2 years, because this is a window right now. This is a huge window. right now. Everyone in their prime. But it's not going to last much longer with Freddie. I can tell you that right now. I'm just tired of hoping for some players to perform. I hope that's not the mentality they have come October, because I've been hit. Yeah, you hit the panic button about a month ago. And hey, very true, Dodger Blue 82. The window's, it's too small. Now's the time. So I'm going to say this. Everybody, all the prospects are available, except pitchers that can help within the next 1 to 2 years. And if they're going to eventually, if they are going to go get another pitcher, then you can trade one of those guys. Like a Corbin Burns would have been worth it. Corbin Burns ain't coming. He's doing really. Orioles are very happy with him, so we're not getting Corbin Burns. I think that was a mistake. It is what it is, but I would have made that move. Oh, okay. OKC did post finally. Okay, good. We'll pull that up, but it is get to that in a minute. It's absurd. It's absurd to even try to say, oh, let's just see how things work out. There's the time. There, you know, a place they can work things out at is OKC if they have to. But if you have an opportunity to make a big trade, everyone has to be available. That's the case. You have to go. This is the time. You're not going to, and put it this way, Dodgers are good enough. They know how to go and repopulate that thing. But you cannot give up. Let's just say they go, hey, we want to get another outfielder. You can't trade Landon Knack for him. You need him. You need Landon Knack. You need Gavin Stone. You need Bobby Miller. You're going to need River Ryan, hopefully, if we ever hear about him again. You're going to need guys that could come in and fulfill innings. Yeah. We have the prospect. Yeah. D-Mac and I have been talking about this. We talk on the phone a lot. We bounce stuff off each other like that. And I told Doug the same thing. There are the only untouchables are pitchers that we need now. Any pitcher, AA or below, has to be considered available. If it's going to get us players that are going to improve the team. And if you're going to trade one of the top prospects, boy, you'd better be getting someone good. Yep. Parades over prospects. Yeah. And as you guys know, I'm a prospect hugger. I really am. But this is a time where it really is time to strike. And if they don't get a world championship in these 2 years, I think heads have to roll. I think put it this way, if they get blown out if they lose in that first round again, what is it? The only acceptable teams right now, in my opinion, to lose to, not that it's acceptable, but where it doesn't result, in my opinion, people getting beat by, it's the Phillies and the Yankees. You lose to anybody else in the playoffs, someone needs to go to the guillotine. Yet, Mike, they're not. Lipsius doesn't have trade value, in my opinion. He may be raking in OKC, but I don't think he has trade value. I'd like to see him get a shot, and I think with Muncy out, maybe now's the time. But he also doesn't have. I don't know if he has any options. Maybe he does. I think maybe he does. But they'd have to, they DFA'd him. No one grabbed him. And so I don't see him as a trade. He would get you another minor league reliever or something like that. So he needs to do it the big time, but I'd like to see it. I'd rather go, let's give him a shot. Let's go. Let's take a quick look at the OKC lineup. Drew Avens, Lipsius at DH today. James Outman, my guy. I'm the first guy that ever interviewed him. Kevin Padlow, Batting fourth. Trey Sweeney at short. He's really struggled. Aston Gauthier, probably gonna make it to the majors before anybody else. It's Austin, man. That's what he does. Hunter Fiducia, Cody Hosey, Chris Owings, and Dinelson Lamet. So let's go 89ers. That's for you, Casey. That's for you. Yeah, so the guys that, a lot of us think well of. Wait, wrong one. Like Drew Avens, Lipsius, a few others like that. If they had value, they'd been traded already. That we like. Right now, the Dodgers are going, it's better we keep them. If they get a good piece for them, they would do it. They would do it. Hunter Fiducia is the same way. It sucks. It's just I'm being a little raw today in terms of honesty. Going further than I usually do with letting out information, but and maybe people would think it's an insult to the players, but I'm just being real. Players that are kind of in AAA for a while, if they had value, they'd have been traded already. So maybe the real value will be they get to the major leagues and they prove themselves, and then they get value. Max Muncy in 2017 had no value. After 2018, he had a lot of value. Chris Taylor had no value after 2016, or very little. After 2017, he had real value. So they've had their moments of those types of guys. I think they're hoping that one of these guys can be that guy. There's no reason Andre shouldn't be up with the Dodgers now. And getting reps at third. Now's the time. But they and I don't mind giving Kike reps, but I don't like Kike playing full time at any position. I think both he and Chris Taylor excel when they are playing all over the place. That's my thoughts on those guys. But let's just hope these guys keep raking. The Dodgers. Drew Pomeranz had been doing well the last couple starts. I think Casey had something on him, some video on him. In fact, MLB Trade Rumors shouted out to our guy Casey out there, Casey Porter, with Dodgers Daily about Pomeranz. But Dodgers released him. They could have brought him up, but they didn't. They just didn't see value. They didn't see enough value in that. So we'll see what happens. A guy like Lipsius needs to be traded or played. Hunter Fiducia, play him or trade him. Drew Avens, play him or trade him. Ryan Ward, play him or trade him. Come on. John Rooney, play him or trade him. Alec Gamboa, you know what to say. Play him or trade him. So, that's. It's it's a weird time. Like the Quakes have lost 6 straight. Are you kidding me? Where'd that come from? Hopefully the winning streak starts tonight. Let's take a quick look at I didn't have a chance to look at Robleski's numbers from yesterday. So I want to see. Why don't we just take a look at the games from yesterday? Why not? Let's go right up to Tulsa, because that's where Robleski was. And oh gosh, these websites, the MILB websites, do you actually have human factors, people? Do you have human factors? These are the worst websites. You should be at the top page and you should be able to clickety-click right away and be able to get to the previous thing. You should not have to click anything else. Oh, so Robleski gets let down by your Dodgers offense. 6.1 innings, 5 hits, 1 earnings, 1 walk, 2 Ks, no home runs. Yeah. I'm on the borderline about him because he might be able to help them next year. So he might not be on the list of guys that I would trade. Alex Freeland is playing like the future shortstop. Dalton Rushing, 0 for 2. Brendan Brendan Davis 1 for 3. The rest they just didn't hit. Bubba's having a great year. He was pretty awful last year. And he's batting 304 this year. So good for Bubba. Bubba's a good dude. I have interviews with him from 2022, right? Yeah. Yeah. I got some on him. Take a look. Let's see. Great Lakes. And I got to go to this page. People. See, I do all this webby stuff for a living. Do all this stuff. It's, yeah. Yuck. Friedman is a hoarder of prospects. Those guys, the thing is, they're not even prospects. Some of these guys these are suspects. Let's see. Great Lakes lost. What happened? The box score. Wepf got the loss. Let's look at the pitching. Jackson Ferris, okay. 5 innings, 5 Ks. The 2 walks are a little high. Batista struggled. Michael Martinez, Neek. Oh, Brandon Neek, a lefty. Wepf, unearned run. Ouch. Ouch. Was it it was in extras. Okay. Dylan Campbell doing well. Noah Miller, 256, get higher. Nevin struggling. Newell, did he hit a home run? He's got 13 home runs. He's crushing it. Oh, look at Lorenzo, the batting average coming way up. Monday, Elliott had a nice game there. Junior, oh boy, come on, man. Get it going. Vogel, same thing. Get it going. Some of these guys are running out of time. I hate to say it. OKC. They're just running out of time. And things will happen. Oh, no. Come on, Tim. Do better. Wait a second. Ballpark schedule. Okay, this is an awful website. Ballpark. Where stats and scores, really? It's over there? You got to be kidding me. You guys got to make better websites. What do people really want to see? I know they're trying to sell tickets. I get it. And you should want to sell tickets. For sure. I'm all in on selling tickets. All right. Who got Landon Knack? Got the Knack. Yep. Varlin, blown save. Michael Peterson, good job. Hey, let's take a look at what he's been doing. Dang. I just haven't been able to keep my eyes on these things. Oh, great. Great website. You guys don't know how to do websites. You're terrible. Give it to professionals. 0 for 3 with Avens, 1 for 3 Lipsius playing. Just play him at third, please. I know Cody. Yeah, he's got to play 2. Okay, Outman, 1 for 4. Oh, still these strikeouts, man. Cody Hosey 0 for 3. Sweeney 2 for 4. Up to 230. Dang, he had a really good start. Austin Gauthier 0 for 3, but still 316. My man. 0 for 3 for Hunter Fiducia, 275. Just keeps doing it. Hunter Fiducia. Ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Fiducia. And why don't we have he needs a chance. Here we go. Normally coming out with the fire. Would it be disappointing if Friedman doesn't make aggressive moves early to address clear lineup weaknesses or risk losing those options to other teams like Arias? Oh my gosh, yeah. Dude's been killing it. I didn't know you're writing a recap, Sal. Doom, Salas, Mike. Oh man, you're all man. Look at this. This is all good. Check out. Make sure you follow. I hope they have a good. They need to have a really good. What's it called? A link to these things, so that you're getting. They should have a stream for that, for a play, not a playlist or a whatever for this, because I think it's really good to be able to go right to that. So I'll probably see Roger tomorrow. I'll talk to him about that, but hopefully I see Roger. Roger's such a good dude. Rogers really cool. Yeah, they that should have a nice, easy. You always get that link type thing. What is it hitting? It'd be yeah, because if you I don't know if you end up doing that full all the time, that's a great recap. And then you can even do a live show eventually. That'd be cool too. Yeah, Arias, man, he's killing it with the Padres, and he plays second base. What? What? We couldn't have used that. What? They did give up a lot for him, though. That's for sure. Prospects come and go, but World Series trophies are forever. Yeah, and some of the prospects work out great. Prospects are for two reasons: to make your major league team or trade to help your major league team. That's what they're there for. And I'm going to be honest, there are plenty of these prospects that would love to get traded from the Dodgers so they get better opportunities. Who put your money out there, folks, on how much players like a Drew Avens, Hunter Fiducia would give quite a bit to be traded. After moving Bush, DeLuca, and Pepio, there aren't many major league ready prospects to trade. Yeah, they have to trade down at the bottom. No, they're not going to do that. They would need to trade someone in the major league. They can't trade Stone, Buehler, or Paxton. They can't trade any pitching that matters. And Stone's the only one with right now has a lot of value. Buehler might, but they're not trading Walker Buehler. Paxton doesn't have a lot of value. He's done well. But yeah, and you know what? I think the moves they made with Bush, DeLuca, and Pepio have worked out. I like what they've done. I like what they got for Bush. I obviously like Tyler Glasnow. I would have liked to have kept Pepio. It's now looking in hindsight. Gosh, it would have been better to keep Pep over Sheehan. Sheehan broke. Mm. Still kills me. That first of all, I love Pepio. You guys know that. And then losing Sheehan, it sucks. Just sucks for his career. Got Destin May hopefully coming back, maybe in another 2-3 months. Hopefully as a bullpen piece. That would be great. Now, that's what it seems like. Those are the indicators. So yeah, the value is I'm gonna be so straight up. The value players that everyone would want is, and I'm not advocating they trade them, but these are the guys that they're gonna really move the needle. Is a Josue DePaula type, Maddox Bruns type, Jackson Ferris type, Kendall George type. That's what it's going to take to make improvements. With the Dodgers, they get these lower draft picks, and that doesn't, they don't get the cream of the crop sometimes, and they turn them into the cream of the crop, or the other teams underrate them, like Will Smith, of course, is a great example of that. But yeah, they have a lot of room, they have to do it from the lower levels. They would have to go kind of like how the Padres when they went for Soto. We don't have major league ready prospects. They're not there. They're not. That's just the reality, and I'm dealing with that. And you can't trade your pitching because you need your pitching. We ran out of pitching last year and ended up having to trade Nick Nastrini for Lance Lynn. Where's Dan Inspiration? Speaking of Lance Lynn, his favorite pitcher. There's some teams that will want lower level guys. That's for sure. But not all of them. I get what you're saying. Don't disagree. Remember, the Dodgers wanted lower level guys when they made the Bush trade. There's this thing. One of the advantages of getting lower level guys is you don't have to put them on the 40-man, and you have them a lot longer in your organization. Of course, the risk is a lot higher. But if the Dodgers were to make somebody like Josue DePaula available, despite the fact he's off to a slower start, but he's doing better and he's starting to hit some home runs, teams are clamoring for him. You end up giving up a lot. So, but I don't think they need to go. They don't need a Juan Soto. They need a Tommy Pham. They need guys to slot in the, let's just say it, 7, 8, 9 spots or something in the order. Fill in one or two of those spots, and it makes everything better. Everything got better when Pages was hitting well, and maybe he starts hitting well. We need Lux and Outman, Hayward, Pages. We need them all to hit again. I mean, they're yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Norm. I like that, and that's why I would have made that move. I think for Ariza, wasn't Ariza? I thought none of those prospects that they got for Ariza though were very high, so that would have been nice. And we still need what's his name, Tanner Scott. Yeah, just exactly. Someone who put the frickin' bat on the ball. I think that's what you're saying, and I think I couldn't agree more. Yes, yes, yes. And those guys don't cost a ton. They're not. No, DePaula and George are not major league ready. And the Dodgers don't have major league ready talent that's available to trade. That's just a fact. DePaula and George have more value than anyone on AAA roster other than River Ryan. Teams if the Dodgers made any of those guys available, they would want them. Now you only give up guys like DePaula or George for elite talent. For other talent, you can work around things. Or Maddox Bruns, you don't trade him for just some Tom, Dick, and Harry. You don't trade him for a Tommy Pham. You trade a mid-level AA arm that's, you don't trade even like an Edgardo Rodriguez or Enriquez for those guys. Those guys you save for yourself or to trade for big time stuff. That's what you got to do. It would be nice, of course, to get another superstar. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think what they really need, it's 7, 8, 9. Make a move and fill those spots with some better players or better hitters, and it'll make all the difference in the world. But yeah, and you don't have to give up a ton for those guys. You're just taking on the contract, giving the other team like a one of the, of course, sometimes you get burned by that, like the White Sox did when they said, "Hey, we'll give you this guy named Fernando Tatis Jr. He's 16. He's a lottery pick, and a lottery card, like playing the lottery." And Padres struck gold on that, even though he's an idiot. But he's a talented idiot. So I think DePaula and George they're not wild cards as much, but anyone that low is more of a wild card. But there's, hey, just here's some raw talent and some solid dude, and you get Tommy Pham. But you don't want to have to trade like a Nick Nastrini. You don't give up a Nick Nastrini for a what's his name, Lance Lynn, unless you're desperate. And the Dodgers were desperate because they didn't have enough pitching. If you trade guys like Gavin Stone, or you trade a guy like Landon Knack, even when Kirsch and all those guys are coming back, all those guys are glass. Every pitcher is glass. Dodgers have a lot of glass pitchers. Oh, I tell you, man, the way Teoscar was kind of dogging it out there in the outfield a couple of days, it wouldn't have surprised me. That wouldn't surprise. Yeah, you get what you can, right? You do it. You do what you have to do to make your team better. And the only way to trade like a Gavin Stone type guy is if I'm getting a better pitcher in return as part of the trade. Of course, if you're getting a better pitcher, it's not just it's Stone, it's someone else. But I'd like to keep Gavin Stone. I think he's solid. You need guys to go out there and eat up the innings. Paxton, Knack, and Stone have been so good at that. And they've gotten a lot of good starts from those guys. Really good stuff. At a bargain. That's Zaidi bargain. Farhan bargain stuff. Yeah. Thing is, if you trade Teoscar, you better get someone else freaking hit, man. He's the one outfielder that's consistently been, decent enough. What's Paez at? I'm just gonna take a quick gander. Pages. I have to say it when I spell it. All right, where is he? What's he at now? Okay, he's down to 238. Yeah, it's been rough. On base percentage is very low because he doesn't walk enough. And his OPS 671, so he's obviously been down. We'll see what happens with him. But I think between Paez and Outman, I think everything's going to be okay with that spot. That's hope. That's hope. Not guaranteed. That's hope. I'm not sure about Hayward. Just not. Teoscar is going to hit 240 to 260, and we'll end up with 30-plus home runs. I think that's a good thing. So if you're going to trade him, you better figure that one out. You better, Dodgers aren't going to just give anyone away. That's for sure. They would obviously be in the market. They're not going to make a trade just to trade. They will trade to improve teams. All that farting around in the margins like they do with guys like this Ramirez and all that stuff, that's different. That's just trying to strike gold in that way. Yeah. I think, but I think that it's kind of dumpster diving, for talent and hoping that things work out better. So we got Hunter Green again tonight. That's right. I'm just taking these websites with their accept and continues. I've accepted over and 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 over, and I still get things. All right. Yeah, Johan, not so good. Yep. Yeah, Paez, he's got to control that. He's got to control that better. And that's the thing, that's where a lot of his improvement came by was, basically swinging better. But I think he's pressing a little bit. Hopefully he learns and moves on and figures it out. That's the hope, right? We're no guarantees, obviously. We want to see him do better. That's for sure. I'm going to kill some web pages because I'm getting crushed here on my memory. I'm probably a little out of sync. Gosh darn it. I swear. All right. Yeah. All right. Anything else, folks? We got game coming up. I'm just not in the mood for it yet. Just the way they've been playing. So yeah, there needs to be some improvement or moves must be made. I think Doug and I talked about it. Bichette, getting Mookie off of right here, Reed Hallett, getting Mookie Betts off of shortstop. I'd like to see Mookie back in right, pick up solid contact hitter, shortstop. DFA Chris Taylor, maybe steal another relief pitcher, and this team could be solid. And Norm saying, and when will the miserable Chris Taylor death watch end? Management needs to put everyone out of their misery and release him. Yeah, and of course, then he hits a double yesterday, and lives to fight another 2 months. They love Chris Taylor, and hey, I'm a huge Chris Taylor guy. Huge. I just think they need to find a way to hide him. They're not going to release him. I just don't see that happening. Not yet. But yeah, it's miserable. And I feel awful for the guy. But yeah, Mookie, I don't care if it's second or right, but I'd like to see him off shortstop. Here's what I'm Okay, I'm gonna get raw again. Freddie and Mookie have too much power over management. Okay. Freddie doesn't want to sit. He doesn't sit. Mookie wants to do something. He gets to do something. They get Jason Hayward on the team. Okay. Management needs to actually tell them, this is what we're doing. This is not about you. This is not about your comfort level. This is about trying to win a World Series. Freddie, you're sitting every 2 weeks. Mookie, you're sitting every 2 weeks. Mookie, we're going to move you offshore. We thank you so much for for doing what you can. We are very, very afraid that your October numbers are going to be trash again because you're so tired. You know, Freddie and Mookie work out more than anybody on that team. They work out all the time. They're there before everyone else, working their butts off. But remember, Mookie's 31, Freddie is 34. Keep doing that. What about Gavin? Would you trade Gavin if included shortstop? You can't. What are you getting? I mean, you're not getting anything for Gavin right now. His value is so low. They'd have to find a team that's willing to take lower level prospects that are at the lower levels, because we don't have any higher level prospects that are ready, that are tradable. They can play in the major leagues, but they're not worth anything to other teams. They're not worth someone like a Bichette. You got to go, and here we're going to trade you 3 hot prospects, and you get Gavin, and you give us Bichette, something like that. But would the Blue Jays do that? I don't know. But yeah, these guys have way too much power. Dodgers management. This is not all on Doc. This is management. When I say management, it goes from the top all the way down to the coaches. That's management. And the top being Friedman and Plus. They need to say, this is what we're doing. You're going to rest. You're going to play a different position because this is what's better for the team. The news on Bobby. He has a rehab start tomorrow with Rancho. Norm Lee's going. The real manager of the team, Shohei. Shohei should tell management to put Betts back in right and Freeman up to the number 2 slot while taking 1 day a week off. Pretty sure Ohtani has the ultimate clout, but it's not his jam. Yeah. Those are some things that need to happen. What's best for the team? Let's win a World Series. Let's win a World Series. I know that guys are chasing Hall of Fame stats. That's one reason I was against a Kenley Jansen trade, getting him back, because I know he's going to go, I'm the closer, and Doc's going to go, okay, and management's going to go, okay, because he's chasing Hall of Fame. I don't blame him, but it's not compatible with this team. Anyone think that Kenley Jansen is better than Evan Phillips? If you think so, here. If Kenley, put a number 74 for Kenley and a number 59 for Evan Phillips, or who you think the better closer is. Phillips could also be doing a rehab soon. Yeah, Bobby Miller starts on tomorrow with Rancho. I will be out there covering the game. We'll get you all the information. Hopefully get a little bit of live action going on. Sometimes the internet connection out there is trash. So, but yeah, those are the things that again, I'm not in charge. I just have an opinion. Are you over Nolan? Yes. Yes. I'll take Muncy. And it's because Max, his contract is controllable. It's not going to go bad like Arenado's is. I'll take Arenado, but where am I putting Muncy? And I don't know. Muncy at second doesn't make any more sense because of the way the shifts really helped that. So he's a third baseman. First base he's better at. But like Freddie should have sat today. Remember he got hit yesterday in the arm. Just sit, dude. Sit him. do not let the inmates run the asylum. I think it's a real problem. I really do. Oh, Nando 390. I'm waiting for it, Nando. Tired of these trash DFA'd bullpen pieces. Trade for legit players. Or just shoot, man. Or just freaking leave guys like JP Firerising who'd been doing good on the roster, right? You don't need to trade for these guys. These guys are. If you sign these DFA'd bullpen pieces, just put them in the minors where they belong. If they don't want to sign a minor league contract with the Dodgers, go sign with Oakland. If the Phillies are in Atlanta managed to get Mason Miller, the Dodgers are in big trouble. Dodgers are in big trouble already. I think the Phillies and the Yankees are better than them right now. But it's May. Fortunately, we're about a third of the way through the season. About a third of the way through. So, yeah, I think there just is something a little off when the players are in charge. They have too much power. I know times are different. What's Mookie or Freddie going to do? Not play? They're contracts. These guys have, Freddie's borderline Hall of Fame. Mookie's in my opinion. I know Freddie wants to get in the Hall of Fame. He probably really wants the 3,000 hits. And the Dodgers should make sure he gets that. But you don't get that by going, hey, we're going to play him every day so that he's toast by September 15th, like he's been the last 2 years. With Mookie, Mookie is not the biggest dude. It matters. And he's going to wear down. I don't care how thick he is. And he is in really good shape. If you ever saw that picture of him at the beach during that Chris Taylor thing, holy smokes. Doesn't matter. I read a couple articles praising the resurgence of Vesia, and then he coughs up the game-winning granny. But first, Norm, in fairness, he first hit a guy. When he got it to 3-0, and Nando, you're missing something. It just says Dave Roberts for not yelling or getting angry in the dugout or clubhouse. I was expecting fire Dave Roberts. Yeah, there's got to be something there. But, I think a lot of you guys in the workplace these days, all right, I'm going to be a little careful or I'm going to get in trouble. There's a lot of energy that ain't so masculine in the workplace anymore, where everything's touchy-feely. We want to make sure everyone's all happy and all your human resource Karens are happy and all that type of stuff. There's not enough people, men or women, that are putting their foot down and going, look, I know this is what we need from you. What do they say? If it's work. If it was fun, they'd call it fun. You're getting paid to do a job. And these guys are being paid generational wealth money. Dave Roberts, Andrew Fried, those guys are all really well off. They got money. They owe championships. And that's where the legacies really are at. Dave Roberts and Andrew Friedman, I easily contend, are one World Series win away from being in the Hall of Fame. Same probably with can't remember the guy's name. Jeez, my brain. Mookie publicly confessing shortstop has been really difficult to me is a subtle message that he needs to move to second. It is impacting him. Absolutely. The question is, what will Mookie go? Will he go, oh, that's a loss? You know what? Anything that Mookie has done at shortstop has been a W, a huge W for the team. It really is. And the team needs to acknowledge that. How about we hold back some of their money for underperforming? Can't do that. These are guaranteed contracts, my friend. Yeah, it's not the real world. It's baseball. They can't, they could say, well, we're going to fire you. And they'll go, oh, great, but I'm still getting paid. Mookie's got like 9-10 years left, something like that. They're all getting paid. So That's the thing. They're getting paid. They're an employee. Go do your job. And these guys are so close to being in the Hall of Fame. The management staff. You'd love to post what I really feel why the Dodgers. I would lose a lot of followers and be released. Yeah. we need to have a phone call. It sounds like Mike. um, let me ask this, folks. Hitting coach. The hitting coach, Von Skoyak. Now, first of all, he is not the Dodgers hitting coach for each individual player. Each individual player has their own hitting coach. But in the middle of the game, do you think Dodgers listen to him? Do you think all the players listen to him? I'm just asking that question. A guy that played, junior college and wasn't good. Go look him up. Go look up Robert Von Skoyak, Bakersfield State. You'll see. He was terrible. He's a brain though. Like Doug told me, well, if you can't play, you coach. And he really knows his stuff. But do you think they listen? Do you actually think in game that someone like Freddie Freeman or Mookie Betts or Shohei Ohtani listens to a guy that played, bad college baseball? In game. I think during workouts and stuff, I think they absolutely do listen to him. But do you think in game they listen to him? Why would you listen to him? There's nothing to say. So I'm wondering what your thoughts are. Clinging to players like Taylor sends a message that management is not fully committed to winning the chip. At least Ohtani might eventually see it that way. Preach. Norm Lee's been on fire today. Straight fire today. Yeah, it's been just insane. But yeah, I mean, yeah, so at least I can say what I want because I won't get released. I release myself. Maybe yeah, someday I'll give this thing over to somebody or sell it. Who knows? Bellinger did list of the Dodgers coaches. Correct. And even Outman said he tuned out. Yep, he did, and pursued his own ideas to fix his swing, and it didn't work. I think that there's also the other problem. Too many voices inside your yed. Yes, I said yed. If you know, you know. Rick Honeycutt was a great pitching coach. Yep. You know what? And I think the Pryor and company are great too. And I think Connor McGinnis, who was, a decent, he played a bit of lefty in college, a pitcher. Not the most successful dude. But he can read the information and give the information to the guys, but he's doing it not in the middle of a game. He's doing it before, in the bullpens, after, all that type of stuff. Spring training, that's what they do. A guy like Von Skoyak and McGinnis and a few of those other guys, they're really good at reading data. Rob Hill, they read all that data. They get it. They're able to put it together because they're really smart. And they put it together. But who do I want coming out to the mound? I want Pryor, or I want Honeycutt, because they were good. They were successful, and I do believe in some of that. You got to at least get to the majors, in my opinion, for someone to listen to you. I'm just saying. That's why I think Mike Schilt's going to be a problem eventually. The problem is Dodgers get hung up on nostalgia and now big what if. Yeah, I'm telling Kershaw. Let's hope he's not. I think Kershaw is going to be good. I don't think he's going to be great. I don't even know if he'll deserve a spot in the playoff rotation. But if he does get a playoff start, he'd better earn it. That nostalgia stuff, if they play the nostalgia stuff and lose again because of that stuff, this channel will be off the rails. I will be off the rails. Oh, the crazy train will be coming. We will be coming in hot. Yeah, Pryor's done well. All I think even he sensed Martinez was too freaked out. There was nothing he could say to him. Get on track. Yeah, he was toast. OKC weather delay for OKC. He was toast. He couldn't. He yipped. He had kind of had the yips. I think. Hope he gets that back, but he needs to get that back at OKC and not with the Dodgers. I do not want to see that guy out there. He should not. The only time I want to see him out there, they better be up by 10. But he needs to get an injury, and then they could bring up Fireisen. Absolutely insane that Fireisen got sent down. This is dumb. Those are what are they called? Unforced errors, like in tennis, right? So when you hit a nice easy one right into the net. That was Gomes and Friedman hitting one into the net there. That was an unforced error. Was putting him in the minors. There was no reason to do that. Ben does look good. I agree. And I'm glad that's with 2 appearances, 3 appearances, he's been good. That worked out, but some of these other ones aren't. So, again, if you want to be a Dodger and you're a scrub, you're a quad AAA guy, you don't get a major league contract. If you want to get better, sign with the Dodgers, go to OKC, and you'll get better. And then maybe get called up. If not, go sign with the A's. Go sign with the Padres. I don't care who you sign with. Dodgers should stop signing these guys that have been DFA'd and putting them directly on the roster. That's a fact, Jack. All right. It's been a while. Man, the views are down. Man, maybe it's Saturday or maybe just because I'm so darn inconsistent. It is what it is. Like I said at the beginning, it is what it is. I'm sorry that I can't do this all the time. Life's been really busy. It's gonna get busier too. It's all good though. Normally continues the Flames. Did you hear? Martinez is starting the next bullpen game, and Taylor is starting at shortstop and batting leadoff. It's Taylor. I get even confused. Oh yeah, Vin calling those home runs is amazing. I think Joe does. As you guys know, I love Joe. All right, Tim, please change your mind that Lux isn't Blake DeWitt 2.0 and Paz and Outman are DJ Peters 2.0. Well, I think both Pahez and Outman have been better than Peters ever was. Peters never had any success at the major league level. Regretfully. I mean, I really wanted that guy to do well. Everything I heard about him, he's a really good human. Wanted to be a Dodger. Got to be a Dodger, but, now he's gone. Man, I don't know what to say about Lux. I really want him to do well. They've put so many eggs in that basket. They've let things happen. Probably missed out on some moves because they believed in him. At a minimum, I think he needs. If he goes down to AAA, I wouldn't be against it. I think it might crush him though. But that's part of being strong. If you're gonna play shortstop for the Los Angeles Dodgers, you have to be mentally strong. You have to overcome. So I hope Gavin Lux gets it going. I'm still a believer, but put it this way: if you wanted to judge it based on belief, based on knocking on doors, I'm not knocking on doors anymore to tell people about Gavin Lux. Paez, I think between him and Outman, I think Paez may have a higher upside. But James works so darn hard. I think one of them's going to come back. I don't know which one. One of them's going to be good enough to be worthy of starting in the playoffs. I believe that. I don't know which one. Everyone. If you guys don't know that I'm a huge Outman fan. I'm trying to be objective, so I'm trying. I'm a huge Outman guy. James has been great to me. So, yeah. So I'm not going to bash him. I'm trying not to bash anybody of these players, these young guys. I know they're still trying to earn their keep. I'm willing to go harder on the guys that are making their millions. Hershey's been subtly ragging on the bottom half of the lineup pretty consistently. So he sees the out. Yeah, he does. Man, I wish he would be less of a homer though. Gosh, it's driving me nuts. I we don't need. I don't like the homerism. I know that's the thing. I just miss objectivity. Yeah. Until Lux thinks go up the middle, he will forever be weak ground ball to second. Yeah. Yeah. That's if he would do that and get his knee's not up to speed because if his sprint speed's down to under 27 feet per second, that's really bad for a guy that young. But hopefully, maybe it's just he's scared. There might be something with that. But again, that's part of the mental game. And if anything, baseball is so darn hard on your brain. It's so freaking hard. I mean, I know plenty of you have watched a lot of baseball. Hopefully, some of you got a chance to play. I did. Not at any real high levels at all, but I got to play through high school and coached a lot of it. Was actually offered to coach at the high school level. So I've seen a lot. And what I see the most is baseball is a really hard game, and it's really hard on the brain. Go get it. Go get it, Sal. You're writing the recap today. Good job, man. Hope you're having a good time. Yeah, it's time to get out of here. All right. A lot of this is definitely more of a black pill podcast. Not usually I'm more of a white pill. I'm trying to I'm not a blue pillar. That's for sure. I'm no NPC. Even though sometimes I don't say everything. But today was definitely a black pill podcast. If you know, you know. If you don't know, go look it up. But you can guess. I'm a white pillar in life, which means I've taken the red pill, which I finally got during 2020. You know why? And because I'm a Christian, I'm also a white pill. Have a good weekend, everyone. Let's go Dodgers. Gosh darn it. Let's go. Gosh darn it. And Quakes, go win a freaking ball game. Talk to y'all later. Let's go watch some baseball. I'm going to probably do a little walk before we get it on. I'm a little behind on steps today and definitely on even standing up. So everyone, thanks a million. Appreciate y'all. We will get back at it sometime soon. Maybe Monday. I'll have content out for tomorrow covering Bobby Miller. Yeah, but the Bichette thing, there's upside there, a lot of upside, and he's proven it. And he would move Mookie back because Willie Adames, I don't think it's going to happen. Sorry. Wish that would have. They had their opportunities. That's passed because the Brewers keep winning. They're still a good team. So, all right, I will talk to y'all later. As always, thank you so much. God bless. And please, go Dodgers.